Hello guys, Wickd here, ex-professional League of Legends player who's played at Worlds previously. Today I'm here talking about the preseason and how you can get ready for the next season. Because all of us wants to be ready for the next season. All of us wants to be in the position where we're going to dominate once we come into the games. We want to be ahead of the curve. And all of us wants to just have good games where we can carry and win, right? So today we'll talk about how do you get an advantage in that aspect. So first of all, I'll tell the obvious one, right? You want to look at the pros. So you choose one lane. Let's say you want to look at AD carry, right? So what you should do is go to op.gg. You go to leaderboards. And then you just go on the Korean one, because on Korean one, it's easier to find replays. It's faster. It's just more efficient. You can look at your own pros that you like more. For example, let's say like Björkson from NA or Jensen or whoever. You can look at those, but you have to use a different website, which is more complicated. But the Korean one, easier to op.gg because it's simpler. But I'll go through the other option afterwards. So first, you just go by 10s. You just take 10 at a time, open 10. And then you look who's AD carry, and then you close the rest, right? So a def AD carry, keep it up. Then you close everything that's not an AD carry. I'm not going to go through everything, obviously. And if you close one that by mistake, you just click Control, Shift, and T, and it pops right back up, right? So let's say I closed def by mistake. I can see it quickly, and then you put it back up. This way you can do it really, really fast, because all you have to do is, even if you see an AD carry, you can open it again. So I just saw Israel there, right? You can just keep doing that until you have around 100 to 150 people in total. And then you're going to sort them out by ADSC, and you have around 30, 40. That's a really good way to follow the pros and know what champions they're using and abusing for the new season. For example, I have here for top lane, create top laners. I put them all in a bookmark. And then I have a list. So all I have to do is... Oh, I'm not going to close that. Never mind. All I have to do is just open it. Open all. Bam. And because I have so many, you don't need to have this many. You can have around 15 to 20 as well if you want. Then it just opens all of them. And I can check for trends. I can see what are the pros doing right now. What kind of thing are they playing? And once I know what they're playing, and let's say I see Untaro. Oh, he's been spamming X champion on the new patch, right? I see that. I can go in, I can watch the replay, and then I can see what he's doing. So once you end up watching the replay, the things you have to look out for is he trying to win his lane? Is he trying to push or freeze? Is he trying to kill in his lane? And is he trying to roam a lot? Those are the things you want to look out for with a new champion to pick it up and learn what he's doing, right? You don't have to look at all the details. You just have to know those kind of things and how he's trading a lane. Let me quickly just close all of these because we don't need all of these open. So that'll just take a second. But you can do that for all the people. And if you want to do your favorite pro players instead, then sadly, op.gg doesn't do it properly for Europe and NA, so you have to go via lurking. What you do here on lurking is you go to replays, then you take master and higher. Challenger and higher doesn't really work. I don't know why it doesn't work properly. Just take master and higher, and then you search for the player name. Like I don't know all the player names right now in my head, but you just search for the player name, and then you can find the replays here. You go to view match after you find them. This is gold, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I can show you guys. And then just download the replay and open just as op.gg would. Now, other websites you can use is champion.gg. It takes a few days for it to update. Once it's updated, it's one of the better websites to see trends. So one really good trend to go by is win ratio. And then you take your role. For example, let's say top lane, right? Win ratio. Things that are really good in top lane right now, since have been popping up lately. Urgot's been popping up after the buff, which obviously won't matter in the preseason, right? But you look for trends on this website. And then you have to be able to see things that are useless regardless. For example, Wukong, right? He's not a good champion. And you can also look at the play percentage and how well they're doing overall, you know? Then we also have LOL Analytics, where you can do similar things. I don't use this website that much. I know I'd have a bit more information, but generally I use op.gg. You can see which champions are doing really well depending on skill levels and so on. And you can see the win ratios just like champion.gg. A lot of people love this website, they swear by it. A lot of people just prefer champion.gg because it's simpler. And I think personally have similar information. This one might be a bit more complicated and have a little more, but a lot of it is unnecessary information in my opinion. One thing I like from this website is the best window, because that shows the best players on these champions, how well they're doing, right? And it shows that if you actually decide to one-trick a champion, you'll do so much better than the other people playing it. Then another thing that I often do to find champions Like, let's say I watched the entire game and I saw, oh, he's been spamming these kind of champions, this specific champion, let's say Evelyn or whatever, in top lane, and it's going really well. Then what you can do is you just go into OpenGG, leaderboards, champion enthusiast, and then you put in Evelyn, as an example. And then you see all the one-trick ponies on this champion, right? 700 games, 682 games, and this is all Korea or EU West. You can choose up here. So this is EU West right now. You can take it to Korea, you can do whatever. This is a good way to learn as well, because you can see what are the one-trick ponies doing, what kind of runes are they running. Because a pro player will often just take a standard page. They're not always going to go super in-depth on the champion because it's small detailed. It does matter, but it doesn't always matter enough because a pro player needs to be good on, let's say, 10 champions. So they don't have the time and effort and memory to remember every single detail. So they just take a good, broad version. Where the one-trick ponies that only play one champion, they can go into the absolute details. Then another thing I want to show, which sadly doesn't work, is champions over here. It doesn't work right now. I don't know why. So I can't show that one. But that is also a very good resource to find out what champions you want to play. But instead, I use OpenGG for this, but I can use champion.gg. I believe it should work regardless. Champion.gg. Let's just try. Oh, there you go. Champion.gg. And then let's just take Urgot top right. I think it shows. Then what you can do is you find all the runes, the masteries as well here. This is okay. It's fine to take. Some of them are wrong, so I would just prefer looking at the pro players or the one-trick ponies. But what you can use from these kind of websites is top champs that counter Urgot and top champs that Urgot counters, right? You can see what Urgot is good against and what Urgot isn't that good against. Again, this is not perfect because it's from Platinum Plus. A lot of the players are really bad in Platinum Plus compared to the highest level, but still a good indicator of what he's generally good against, right? So, for example, Urgot is really good against Galio. He's really good against Poppy. He's really good against Gnar. He's really good against the tanky champions, as you can see over here, right? Against most of the tanky champions. And that's a good trend to look at, right? Like, that's the kind of things you want to see, and then think, oh, if I'm picking this champion, I'm going to pick it against these kind of champions. And knowing that on the champs you're going to play is important. Anyways, guys, that's all for today. That is, in my opinion, how you get a quick advantage in the new season, in the preseason. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it's useful. If you liked it, remember to subscribe, put a like, maybe find out a comment and say if there's any information you thought was useful or something I missed. And thanks for watching, everybody.